What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast, Inside Mark's Mind. I'm your host, Mark Rowley, and I'm really excited for this episode because I've got another one of my good friends with me, Keegan Hollrith. How you doing today?
Doing well, Mark. Thanks for having me on.
I can't believe I have you on the podcast.
I can't believe you got me here, too. I'm happy to be here.
I'm very happy.
Very blessed.
You're here. I'm happy you're comfortable in my parents' basement.
Yeah. Rob and Jenny, great people.
Excellent.
Great conversation.
You had a better conversation with them than you did with me upstairs. You definitely... Dude, I sat there and I'm like,
You said maybe 5 words along the whole 15
literally
minutes.
maybe 5 words because I had nothing to contribute because you and my dad are 10 times better like with outdoorsy stuff than me besides biking. I'm just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you're like explaining that all these climbs.
Let's check out this climb and this canyon. Maybe if we do this, we'll have some sweet turns by the end of it.
Earn your turns, boys.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
my
is us.
Gosh. So, today's episode, or this week's episode, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, is going to be on interesting facts. And we've gone out and we've found a bunch of interesting facts. And we just wanted to talk about these because these are some of the weirdest things that I've definitely come across and I would have never thought. And who knows, I hope these are real.
Yeah, some of these that I have found online, I beg to differ if there's a fact check behind them. They're not Wikipedia by any means, but the fact that they come from a .com, maybe not .org or anything, or .edu.
Yeah, mine definitely have a bunch of spelling errors. So
yep. All right,
same with me, not even being... Bleh. Bleh. Wow, I can't talk. Oh my gosh, I need to get this gum out of my mouth. Ugh.
Either way, I think we'll have some pretty interesting things to talk about. Like, for instance, just to start us off with a banger here. According to a website I have found on the World Wide Internet, banging your head against a wall can burn 150 calories in 1 hour.
Who does that?
I don't know.
Who came up with that?
Who do we know that could test that? Like, who's got a Fitbit? Number one, I don't have a Fitbit. And number two, who's willing to suffer some head trauma for a little
I've got an Apple Watch, but it's dead right now.
Oh, how long does it take to charge?
Maybe a minute. It'll juice up to...
Whoa.
Maybe...
Do we got an hour? We might have an hour. We got an hour?
Maybe I could go pause this and plop it on the charger and give it a few minutes and we'll test it out.
150 calories.
150...
That's like eating...
What is that?
That's like a Cliff Bar. No, Cliff Bar is at like 260.
Yeah, they're a little bit more than that.
So what you're saying is you have
that's a lot.
No, I'm pretty
it's
sure.
It's probably because you're giving yourself brain damage and it's like having to recover from that or something.
Well, or it's the constant neck motion. You're just like, poof, poof, poof. Like, ow.
I don't like that when my neck gets like tensed up and stuff.
Well, and it also doesn't state, it says banging your head. Like, is it the side of your head? Is it the back of your head? Is it your forehead?
Is it every side of your head?
Yeah, I don't know. The question remains, how do you burn 150 calories with what part of your head?
Who in the office could we get to do this?
Great question.
Devin,
if you didn't move back to Wisconsin.
Devin, you are going to be...
I hope you're listening, Devin. I miss you, man.
Devin, you're going to be the lab rat for this, so we're going to test this out.
Yeah.
If you want Chick-fil-A, you're going to have to earn it.
Yeah, so Chick-fil-A.
So here's a good one. No. This guy, okay. The inventor of the Frisbee was cremated and made into a Frisbee after he died.
Whoa.
Walter Frederick Morrison invented the Frisbee in 1948, which was originally called the Pluto Platter.
The Pluto Platter.
What? Why didn't that stick around? The Pluto Platter.
Pluto Platter. Well, what I think of is, does he have a dog? Is it his dog's favorite Frisbee?
I don't know, but it says in 2010 at age 90, he died and his family cremated him and turned his ashes into the Frisbee. So
do you think he
Oh, that makes sense because Frederick I don't know if that
What's his name?
Walter Frederick Morrison. And then they named it Frisbee, but I don't know.
Maybe this was some crazy guy from the 1900s that was really good at disc golf. So he's like, I can just hit chains from 90 yards away. We're gonna turn myself into a frisbee.
I could see somebody cremating me into a frisbee. Like you could like cremate me into a frisbee, and you like take me on a hike, and then all of a sudden you like toss me, and then like
Just get stuck
wind just takes it away, and you're like, oh shit, there goes Mark. No.
Well, let's hope that doesn't ever happen.
I don't know. Please don't.
I'm good. I have heard though, there's a company out there that will take your dog's ashes and turn them into diamonds.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. So let's say, your dog is your homie, right? It's your best friend.
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah, Jack. What up, homie? And, let's say Jack passes away. You're like, well, I want my best friend with me. So you get him cremated. You get him put into a diamond. And sure enough, you might just have a little thumb ring, pinky ring, toe ring, whatever floats your boat, man. If you're a ring person, I'm not a ring person. I like to climb mountains, so I can't afford that.
I do not want to get degloved.
Put these hands in cracks, man.
It came out a little weird.
Yeah, just a little bit, but that's okay. A frisbee, huh?
I do not. I mean, I don't know. I'll take being a frisbee over a diamond, so I'd rather be a frisbee.
I'd rather be a frisbee. It sounds like you'd have more fun.
It'd be more enjoyable.
Well, you can take a flight. You might get a view.
Yeah.
Right?
Get a nice view.
You get a view of like 30 feet while you're floating in the air.
It depends on who's throwing you.
Well, what kind of frisbee are we talking about?
I don't know. Is it going to be a disc golf one, or is it going to be like one of those ones that are hollowed out?
What if it's a ultimate? Oh, yeah.
You know those ones?
They kind of look like a little halo that goes on your head.
You can huck it super fast into like, mine just goes straight into the ground. Boing, boing, and then just roll, and I'm like, I hate this game.
Oh, yeah.
Frisbee.
Or you're just an ultimate frisbee.
I hate that sport more than anything.
What? Why do you hate that sport?
I suck at throwing a frisbee.
Oh,
so
that's
bad.
your reason. You're probably in shape to play it, though.
I can walk pretty good. Like, are you talking about the one where you throw it into the stupid chains?
No, man.
Or
I'm
like
talking about like the team sport. Like I said, ultimate.
Dude, my hand-eye coordination is crap.
Okay.
Look at my hands.
Well, that doesn't mean you don't have good hand-eye coordination.
Look how tiny they are. Then I got a broken pinky, so it hurts.
Yeah. So tell us, Mark. How'd you break your pinky?
I don't want to talk about. It's the most pathetic tip on a bike. Now the crash was a tip, basically.
Yeah.
Fell. I'm like, it just was like
puffy.
It still is. Yeah, I know. Like, look at that. That's as far as I can bend it in that way. Like,
Wait. So what's your game plan for this pinky?
I don't know.
You're just gonna let it heal?
Yeah,
Just throw a splint on it?
I had to put it in place. And I talked to the orthopedic guy.
Okay,
a
cool.
friend of mine, and he's like, "There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's like a collarbone kind of. It's like, suck it up.
Sure.
Like, it's live.
That's how it goes.
Unless it's like piercing out of my body. It's like, okay, let's.
I have a similar story though. I ended up. I was living in Alaska at the time, and I ended up tearing my MCL on my left leg snowboarding.
That's why you're snowboarding.
Hey, just because you go downhill straight and I go downhill sideways, we're still on the same. We're still riding that same snow.
Fair enough. At least I'm not scraping it.
Hey, easy there.
I'm just kidding.
As a snowboarder, we like to have higher respect. We don't talk down on the skiers, especially as a split boarder. I basically do both, anyways.
Gotcha. Okay, there's.
But the funny thing is, I tore my MCL. About a week later, I had a plan to go back onto this ice field. Right, Juneau sits on this big ice field.
Yep.
And we're planning it out, and I go and see this physician. Physician tells me, well, Keegan, you got two options. Either A, cancel your trip that you have going on, or B, we just put you in a brace and you go do it. And I said, well, how much is the brace? And he goes, X amount of dollars. And I go, well, dude, I'm in college in Alaska. I'm not paying for no brace right now. So what did I do? I went to the Fred Meyer's that's in Juneau, classic Freddy's. And
I've been there a couple of times. I love it.
Yeah. It's like having your own Walmart in the middle of nowhere.
I freaking love it.
It's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
But I go and buy this ace bandage, kind of wrap up my leg. And
literally an ace bandage.
Literally like an ace bandage. I kid you not. I am split board touring and walking with crampons and have my 60, 80 pound pack on. And I have a muscle, or excuse me, your MCL, which is a tendon that I can physically feel jacerating when I am walking. And mind you this, I'm like out there. I was like, well, I ain't, excuse me, but I'm not a pussy. I'm just not. And I'll deal with the pain for the sake of the adventure and along with, contributing to the group. But, at the end of the day, I got done with that. And
that's gotta hurt.
I had to ice that thing for a while. And after that big trip I did with the boys and some friends up there, it was just not a good sign. And ultimately I was able to ride pretty well this season, but it was definitely a recovery nonetheless.
That's miserable, dude. I went running one time down in Provo, came down a hill. Mm-hmm. It's called Running the Y.
Running the Y.
The Y. So stupid.
Sounds spooky.
It's definitely not spooky. I'll tell you that. But yeah, dude, I don't know what it was, but I
What made you go down to Provo specifically to run? Why couldn't you just run?
I was going down to school down there.
Oh, that's right. You're a cougar.
Man, no.
So tell me about those days. You wish you were back in the cougar days?
No, I do not.
You do not?
That is a fact.
Okay.
Mine. I do not want
You do not want to go back to those days.
I would hate. I just did
I was never educated in an institutional setting within the state of Utah, so I'm not really familiar with, how the education system works, but
dude, you're in a much better place.
I'm sure.
You're in Alaska, just living the dream.
Well, prior to that, I was going to school in Wisconsin, and then I moved up to Alaska for school.
Alaska's way better, dude.
Oh, dude, it was phenomenal.
Oh.
There's a reason I moved there. Well, initially, I was trying to get to Canada. I wanted to move to Calgary, but
I need to get back up there.
Yeah. What was your favorite part, if you don't mind me asking?
Part of Alaska?
Yeah.
I honestly would say the southeast. So
certainly
Prince of Wales Island.
Oh, beautiful.
So I was on that island for a couple months and wow.
It's mind-boggling.
Unbelievable how beautiful it is 24/7. Mm-hmm. It is so green, which you know about. It's like this dark forest, vibrant green.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's a rainforest. And what baffles me is that, you have these people that go on cruise ships and they go up there, right? Mm-hmm. They don't actually see the land. They don't, integrate into the culture that is there, or they only see the things that the cruise ships allow them to for the sake of the 5 hours that the cruise ship might be there.
Yeah.
So you're missing a lot of the culture that is behind the state of Alaska. And if it wasn't for the cruise ships, though, the state wouldn't survive.
No, for sure. Real. Yeah, for sure. Because Ketchikan, all those ports.
They had a nickname for Ketchikan. Can you guess what it is?
What is it?
Sketchikan.
Sketchikan?
I don't know why.
I heard that a few times, but I don't know.
They had one for Sitka, too.
Sketchikita? I don't know.
Shitka. I think it was some...
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's okay. It's some Judonite thing.
Honestly, beyond beautiful. I'll tell you that.
Totally.
But I'll say this, too. I was just thinking about this one because it popped up on my screen. During your lifetime, you'll produce enough saliva to fill a swimming pool.
And I swim.
To fill 2 swimming pools. Can you imagine swimming in Ew.
Ew.
Oh.
Do you think that's a 50-yard pool or a 25-yard pool?
I don't know. It's not.
But 2 of them. So either way, it's probably a 50-yard length pool.
I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. An average human produces between 1 to 2 liters of saliva each day.
Wow.
Which is a maximum of 730 liters per year. The average life expectancy is over 70 years, which gives a maximum of 51,100 liters of saliva produced in an average lifetime.
So I have this friend. His name is Truett.
That is.
He was telling me, he doesn't know if this is a theory. This is his mindset on the fact. So he used to be a cross country runner. His dad is an ultra runner. Him and I went on a run up Malin's Peak, the local trail runners spot here in Ogden, and he was telling me on the run going down, he goes, yeah, if I ever see, in high school, if I saw anybody spit next to me in the cross country race, I would know that they were they're on their last leg, man. He would say, it'd be I'm going to just I'm going to pick my pace up and cut off another 10 seconds just because they're starting to spit. And I go,
No.
I don't think that correlates.
No. Actually, in biking, though, get this. We do
Sure.
within